going to charge the phone up when I get to my grandma's. Well, it certainly did after my Accrington walk. I spent a bit of time in Siddle. I think when I walk back home, I'll go. Well, it's 11:45 now. Don't really know. I did quite a lot yesterday. I don't really picked another location. Train was one place I kind of thought about going to, but I wasn't really sure of. Oh, you have to go to Leeds and then go to either going to Leeds so it's more common. Definitely, and I think it's one thing I'm going to point out is looking at the different stuff a little bit sepia there. Because it's quite a darkish, dullish day. The Wakefield Kirkgate with the London King's Cross train. It's like I got there for like 8:20, and the next train, and it got there for like 8:30. From Wakefield Kirkgate to Halifax might be that it goes there. I mean, there's no problem going to Leeds when it's like 20 minutes on a train, and London King's Cross trains are. So I'll point out as well, for light in these, I'm not feeling too cracky myself, but the dogs, I've also got some treats for the dogs. I've got a Monster Zero. I'm doing this today, and then yesterday I did then I'll do little bits of walking here and there. We'll be on Canal. It's like 3 or 4 days, shoots up like 10-12 degrees tomorrow. I did see one person further down. What of a dinner, then have a shower. I might do my bit here and there. I'm back along Canal, so I'm going to go that way a little bit and then turn around. And I'm going to investigate what that's like. See, when you're out walking, you got to sort of know where the shops that don't require you to go in. So yeah, at the point down there, you had 2 choices. Top of like Upper Edge, and it goes towards like Ellen. But in theory, going this way is still going. It takes me though. 2 paths. The first one, but then this way goes towards Elland, like Lower Edge Elland. But with where I live, it is this way. I think. Not easy when you got 2 dogs shoved in your arse. So, no at all. If you wasn't bored, when you walk past it, you'd be like, oh, it's just. So you can either go around there or J4. There's a little bit of a caution pedestrian. Lower Edge Elland. So I'm gonna go back now. I literally joined the field and there was. The dogs couldn't even really play because there was that much. But that's the thing. You know what? I've had a lot of time and then just. Well, I'm gonna. And then change. Yes, I'm gonna go home now because just 2 people walked past that. I think it does actually require. Now that is hyperbole because when you walk on the field like I do, the amount I do, the amount of people I've seen doing or see a shower, put some cream on my groin. How many cars are coming up this hill? I think people have remembered they can walk on this path, you know, one except for me going the opposite direction. Nobody going towards Halifax direction. That feels weird, just like having thin hair. I bet you it's heaving. 3:10 on Christmas Eve, which is a Friday. Eve before Eve. I bet that sounds really confusing. It was bloody chilly yesterday. In the 10 kilometre walk. Oh, there's somebody. I thought there were. Eve before Eve, and then it's Christmas Day. And then I did that long walk. Observe. I think it's because it was so cold. So where there's bits where there's paths continuous, I literally just said I'm going to walk the dogs slowly. How they walk, yeah, there is. God, this is. Funny, I've seen more people now. I've just seen bloody loads in 5 minutes. High of 10. High of 9, 10. So to go from like, I'm not saying I'm going to walk to work in, I might have to wear a coat because it is scheduled to rain a late long shift. Well, today, then tomorrow, instead of shutting at 11 like we do today, we'll be instead of shutting at to finish off any other bits I don't do. I've saved myself a little trick. I've got my waterproof. I've actually got my uniform on underneath this anyway. I said to Tesco and get some sweets for tonight. And when I get to work, I will only have customers for 5 hours. So I just thought, you know what? I'm thinking of going away to like Spain next year. I do. But, so yeah, like having a week away. Well, not necessarily somewhere hot as possible before. Like, you make sure that that person is not all done and not be like, oh, playing hide and seek and doing fuck all. So yesterday, when you work hard, you've got to eat. Yeah, it is, but no one else has. I felt a bit. I had a sickly feeling like here. I think typically, yeah, after like, well, that's Christmas Eve done. I managed to do everything pretty quickly to beat really, and I just finished at 9:30. It's Christmas Day tomorrow, 25th. So it is like 20 that we're not open. But we've only had really like 2 people. I think it's because town centre's open till 12 normally. Literally said I don't mind walking home. And I was like, nope, bloody mental yesterday at work. It was strange, shutting at 8. I think rather than spend money on Nottingham, and one thing that I was pointing out to me, so that's why I'm coming up really close like that, didn't pretend to be tired at home. They're not, because hardly anyone's able to work. Plus Christmas holidays are bloody mental. I'll tell you one thing that's great, my dad is taking dog to 7 hour walk for it that they're going to do. That's totally double it. So because I'm working tomorrow, Boxing Day, just tell you now, Boxing Day, because people get bored. People are bored, what do? They come to us. So I need to write a list of places I'm going to do next year. We didn't have the extreme Baltic wind, which makes it get back home, drive dogs. There's a little bit of sleet / rain. There's no ice on my street. And if there is, yesterday just made it really unbearable. And now actually, to be fair, really terribly cold though. For like just about half an hour walk or so. One thing with having plenty of snow on the ground is it's all melting slowly. The pavements, all like wherever. So I was kind of like, yes, I do want to go for a walk tomorrow. The one thing I don't really want to do is to stick to the roads thing. They're not pulling with me though, that's the thing. It's very misty up here. It takes a bit longer than normal to walk when it's because I want to walk on my own. Because I'll have worked a late shift today. Monstrous amount in. Anyway, that pressure will just ease off a little bit. I'm going to be working quite a lot again on end. That's like a strange noise. For the first time, or at least it's the sun peeking out anyway. Cannot shut it. Take a master's degree to shut that gate. People cannot work. The Sunday close that I was thinking, sure, really what to do Monday and Tuesday because it all depended on what I do. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do tomorrow because it all depended on really what. Sometimes the scenario is we'll be dead for being empty because I'm just like travelling next year. I want to do as much travelling as I can. I want to do Oxford. I'd like to do Bath. Travelling straight away when the weather for being dark at like 4 o'clock. I don't want it to get. I don't want to be getting to a new place and be like, oh, like the Boxing Day vibe. Like a lot of people wanted to book. I still want to fly to Inverness. Bit of a different shift. I know. I'm starting at 4:45. Stomach quite on to the 22nd off. It's the day of the year. I like walking at that time. It'd be like it would still be light, cloudy. To do that haunted in Ribblesdale. Come back on the 22nd. Now, for a very long time. It's not healthy either. I'm only doing a 6-hour shift, that's the weird thing. I remember when I did like 5 till 11s, I'm predominantly on like lates. Tell you what, Sunday, Tuesday the 4th, and they've not had enough time off, and they'll go back. They'll go back on the 4th, but I reckon a lot will go back on the 5th. And in a moment, then I was like, "What's that on the canal?" You know, I'd probably walk on dining area, or absolutely on mega. I remember Sunday when I did Boxing Day. People are going back to school next Tuesday. I might be some of the times right. Gonna go in, get changed. So for the first time in I think a week, yeah. So I think this is the first time in. Because I was like, do you know what? I'm going abroad for like 2 weeks. I'm a bit achy in my legs. Well, 20 minutes open for like an hour, and a lot of people were heading outside. The dining area to check on it. I'm going to talk about it today when I get to work. Unbeknownst that there was a fire. So I got 2 pairs of trainers I'm going to throw when I get home. 2 Solomon pairs. The bit at the back that the treaders come, it is deteriorating, but it's still got tread. So I've got some like Nike trainers in my bedroom. Everyone at work wasn't feeling too great working. So I was like a completely different person. So at some point I will have. They are really a bargain for what they are, because like, and yeah, they might not last as long as Solomon, but it's raining. So this morning, it was actually, sun is nowhere to be seen now. Well, to be fair, I think at this you can see, because I've got water on my phone. So yeah, I'm walking to work, doing 3, was in, but I had to go home, which meant, well, though I wasn't actually meant to be doing a close yesterday, I've discovered Reface, so I'll read that. So I was able to scroll down, I was like, I'll be using that. I've made, I think it's what to my computer, did it that way, it just took ages. I had 2 pairs of trainers. They hurt a little bit because they've not been worn. It's nice stuff. It was flat at like the bottom, but it was sinking down. They're not really off-road trainers. But tomorrow, because it's New Year's Eve, like I was covering a break, and then I just did not sugaring it as a whole, but like, well, yesterday, the person that was meant to do the clothes stayed at home, and I had 1 and 2, and then a boost at work. Haven't had 1, and if necessary, I don't have 4 if necessary. Waters. At 11 like we do tonight. Tomorrow we'll shut at 8. But we're not like shutting or anything. I'm worried it's going to be busy. I was starting to do stuff yesterday, and I was just like, I was outside, I was like, what's going on here? And there was all, could have been on the toilet doing a you know what. The 2 people, there's 2, I say that, 1 person that I work with, next person's in at self-isolation. So I was like, oh, if that person's meant to be at home,